Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome today to Sunday. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Road to Glory, mate. How you doing? It is episode number 297. Oh my goodness, we are a couple days away from hitting 300. Crazy. Hope you're all doing well on this fine Sunday. If you enjoyed today's video, do us a little favor, hit me with a thumbs up. That'd be brilliant. Thank you in advance. Subscribe as well to my channel if you're new here, of course. We're looking forward to the Fc25 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, which is just, what, a month or two away, whatever it is. I can't wait. I genuinely am buzzing for it. So, today is where we get to finally get stuck into Team 4 of Futties. And in my very first player pick, I get a Futties Team 4 icon in Xabi Alonso. Nice. Now, of course, with the latest batch of Futties, we also have batch 3 of the re-release. So batch 2 re-release lasted for 2 whole weeks, and now we have the third and I guess maybe final batch of re-release stuff. I'm not sure. But essentially, again, a whole bunch more players got released, slightly like more upmarket than the ones that we've had previously, and some different cards here, there, and everywhere, and a lot more like tots and stuff. So there is that. Now, a topic of discussion that I noticed on Twitter the other day was that people seem to reckon that the exchanges have been like nerfed or something, which it's weird. Like, I kind of see it, and then I also kind of don't, because there's more higher rated stuff in packs, right? Which means that some of the 88s and stuff, maybe there's not as many of those as there were before in the previous batches. So there's more chances of either getting like super higher rated cards or more golds. And therefore, sometimes because these higher rated cards are slightly more difficult to pack and there's slightly more golds about, maybe the exchanges, if you just don't get a good one, you get like nearly a full gold pack. That might happen, but genuinely, most of the packs you'll see in this episode here today will probably have 1, 2 to 6 or 7 special cards in each pack, and they genuinely just still absolutely flow for me. I have had 89 exchanges where you get just gold walkouts and nothing much, and it doesn't really repay itself. But most of the time, it does still, I would say. So that's a tradable pack. We get ourselves a Team of the Year. The Team of the Years have the min price of like 76k or something. So it's difficult to sell them on, isn't it? However, I think I do eventually sell my Carvajal on. Whether or not, has there been a better version of him? Maybe not. Maybe that's why someone bought him. I'm not sure, you know. But yeah, what you're going to notice is that some of the players that we end up getting in today's episode are a few that I've been like really wanting during that tots, like that João Neves. Genuinely, I really wanted him so much more than like Vitinha, and now we eventually have him when I'm probably never going to use it. But yeah, obviously we also would like to pack some of the latest Futties cards, as well as any of these like high rated batch 4 players, or batch 3 players, should I say. And as of this, not as of this recording, but as of when I'm filming this right now, which is 5 past 8 p.m. on Saturday night for you guys for Sunday's episode. Obviously the 6 p.m. content tonight re-released the 84 times 10s, completely repeatable. Right, so I hope you got some Team of the Weeks in your club. And then the 85 times 10, instead of 5 times a day, it's now 7 times a day. So yeah, we're just one step closer into that summer territory, aren't we, of silly season. So so yeah, the one thing is that we've kind of had a repeatable 84 times 10 because the 89 exchange guarantees that. And it costs 489s as opposed to an 84 rated squad with a Team of the Week. So whatever you decide is better value, or whatever you've got more of at the time, guarantees you like an 84 times 10 at least from your pack. We do get ourselves Tots Vinny. Do you know how, like, I was kind of excited about that, because big Vinny cards are always like hype. But obviously at this point now, he's like 15k, and that just is so strange to me. There's times in this episode where we pack various Alexia Putellas cards which I know would have been millions at the time, and they're just not now. It's weird. But that just is FC in August, isn't it? The TOTS players, if you do open some tradable packs, which we dabble in, I'm not sure if it's in this episode or the next episode, but I've been dabbling on those 86 plus tradable packs. I've been losing my coins on them. But all you've got to do is I'm playing the game because you get like 60k back from a 120k pack at minimum, I would say. And then sometimes you get more like break even, or sometimes you do profit a tiny little bit. But all you got to do is pack like one of them big futties, and all of a sudden we'd be rich. That'd be good, wouldn't it? I don't know. Maybe it'll happen at some point. But for now, it's not happening, and I just keep losing my coin balance. And I've got like 350,000 coins, I think. Yeah, 354. So I haven't got enough to open like 10 of those packs and then wait for stuff to sell. I've got to open the pack, list the stuff up, hope some of it sells, and then my coin balance has dropped a bit, and then you got to keep going like that. So eventually I'm running below 120k coins, and then I think to myself, oh, I've probably lost loads of coins here. Not that we need them for anything, but it's just one of them situations, isn't it? We do get ourselves a 97 Juan Sebastian Veron here. I remember when he was he the most expensive transfer at one point when he went to Man United for like 32 million? Or was he just an expensive transfer? Maybe it was Man United's top transfer at the time. I just remember that so vividly. That was when I used to play some sort of manager game on PC. I don't think it was Football Manager. I think it was like Premier League Manager or something that was slightly different. I used to love doing that, but then I've never been like a big FM fan. How weird is that? Strange. Anyway, we're on to 85 times 10s now. This is obviously stuff that I just saved up, ready for Friday night at 6 p.m. We do get that Zé Roberto card that, again, was like well expensive for ages and now isn't. But very nice card. I wanted it. I'll keep it for the collection. I won't put that into an SBC. The only time he'll go into an SBC is if we get another one and it's sat in the duplicate storage. I think I'm gonna have a sip of water. Oh, double 97s in this pack, by the way. We get a 97 Futties Theate. Tete? Not sure how you would say his name. And a Jonathan Tah, which is, yeah, I mean, that's quite a good Bundesliga partnership, isn't it? Oh, speaking of having a sip of drink and noticing the cap stuck to my bottle there, that's obviously become such a thing in England, but it's not in Canada. And I was like, I think that this is annoying, or I thought this was annoying. But do you know what is annoying? Is when you've got to try and like store a cap because you're drinking and you don't know where to put it, and then yeah, well, I think I've been converted to the cap should be attached to the bottle kind of guy. But what is most annoying is when you go to a football ground and they literally rip this off when it's attached. I guess so you don't throw this onto the pitch like the lightest thing in the world that's never going to hurt anyone, and people aren't going to do it. I'm waffling. I'm sorry. I'm just excited that the football's back, and the thought of going to a football ground and then pouring my drink out into a paper cup or something is annoying me. We finally get ourselves a Kane card. Love it. Team of the season, Ari. Welcome. Oh, I've been so annoyed that I've not had a really, really good Kane card this year. So I'm super happy to have him now in the collection. Again, probably never going to use him. There's not many games that I'm going to play, I don't think, on FC25 anymore. I think it really is just a menu grind for me now, as that seems to be where I'm finding my enjoyment on the game at this point. Fair play to you if you're still sticking it out and playing lots of gameplay. I don't see. There's two reasons. Like, one, don't love it that much. Right, it just seems sweaty now, and two, like, I don't see the point. The menus just give you everything. So yeah, but I'll play the games maybe just like off screen or whatever for the certain things I need to do, either for Evos or objectives, like, you know, that weekly objective where you play certain game modes and then you get like the guaranteed Futties from that week. I've been doing that for the first 3 weeks, so I'll do the 4th week of that, I'll do the 5th week of that, and then we'll get that big 95 times 5 pack or whatever it is. Like, I'll do that sort of stuff off camera. I just think like division rivals and cups and probably weekend league, I think it's just kind of yeah, it's had its time for me this year. I'm quite happy to just chill. There seems to be like enough to do these big old grindy pack videos every day, so we're chilling, I think. We get ourselves 97 Angelina. Very good card, by the way. Like, massively club 90. With 4 playstyle pluses. I guess maybe she'd have like a better in-game rating if she was a 5 playstyle plus kind of girl. First time packing Isaac, by the way. Thank goodness for that. He's been training alone on my Ultimate Team menus for the last few months. I've not managed to pack a good one. But finally, he's come back and he's rejoined training with the squad, aka he's joined my club. Whether or not he'll eventually go to Liverpool IRL, I don't know. It looks like he kind of threw the toys out the pram a bit with refusing to, or not training with the group and being a bit unsettled, I guess. It must be difficult if Liverpool come calling and want you, you know. But yeah, I wonder what Newcastle are going to do. Are Liverpool going to start the season with Ekitike and Isaac and Wirtz and Salah? Oh my, it's not fair, is it? Absolutely not fair. Team of the Year Cole Palmer, by the way. Managed to get him, which is nice. Another Team of the Year design that I hadn't seen, or, you know, another Team of the Year card that I hadn't managed to pack this year. Here is where I do a little bit of the tradable pack situation. We started with 354k. We're going to basically just bottom out and then not be able to open a pack again. But I get Alexia and Garincha, and in this pack, this is not a great example because you want more specials than that, because you need to discard them for the 11k or whatever to get your money's worth. Is this a better example? That's a much better example. This pack, by the way, with the 75k of Ousmane Dembele, I don't know what he's worth now, but he was 75k at the time. That plus all of the discards of those special players, and you can list up the 88s actually for a couple K. That was a profit pack, right? That was legit a proper profit pack. And then you got to hope for that every now and again. And then what you really want to see is at least the Team of the Season tunnels. But what you really want to see is the Futties, because at that point you can hope that you've got one of the big ones and that you might just become super rich. That's the play, but it doesn't seem to be happening. Like, I thought even getting like a Team of the Year card design would be quite good. But then I realized they all have that minimum 70k start price and actually don't really sell for that. But how good is this pack, by the way? Imagine another time of the year getting yourself a 94 Ginola and a 96 Alexia Putellas Team of the Year. That would have been like one of the best packs of all time. And then 2 players that I've not had a chance to use this year because I've just not packed good versions of them. And now I have tradable versions of some of the better versions they've got, but I can't sell them because Ginola is like 44k min. So he's just flooded at that. And then Putellas was min 75k or 77k or whatever. I think eventually I do list her up and she does sell. But yeah, finally, like, it took a while. Now this is my final one of these tradable packs, and I do actually get myself a Tots Vinny and a Futties. Well, Futties Icon, I guess. And it's Xabi Alonso. And I'm like, well, that's a profit pack. Until I realised Vinny's 15k, Xabi Alonso's 15k. Like, they're literally minimum. It's wild. It's kind of insane, actually, this point of the year. So despite that being like a pretty cool pack, it's just not. It might be a break-even one. I'm not sure. What are we going to get? 30k for these 2. We can sell those 87s for like 1,500 each. Discard a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, a bunch of stuff is sold here. Excuse me. A bunch of stuff is still listed up. And I was down to 100k. So, like, I just lost coins. But it was fun. So, I guess I'll take it. Anyway, join me tomorrow when we carry on. And we do a big player SPC. And hopefully get some more cool stuff. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, hit me with a thumbs up. Subscribe as well if you're new. Thanks so much for watching. All my socials are down below. Come follow me over there. Take it easy, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.